Alright, okay, guys. Today I'll be discussing how I make complementary melodies. I don't know if the word complementary is the good one to choose, but it's basically how I make melodies that work well together. So, just like yesterday, I'll be checking out a project that I already made because I want you guys to know that the tips that I always share here are the things that I always do on my track. So this is a recently complete track, Great Dictator, and in a speech nyana ska Charlie Chaplin, a very inspiring speech anyways. So if you'd love to hear this one, just check out my page Ironic Essay on Facebook. I actually uploaded an audio sample of this whole project, and now it's part of the pack that I'm selling together with yesterday's track, Test of Times. But yeah, let's get straight into what we were here for. So I'm gonna start playing this here because we'll be focusing on the melodies. Everything else I'll probably play later when I'm done. So let's listen. First one is that piano, which is very, very, very out reverbed. This is the progression. And then with that piano, I have this Nexus, which also follows the same type of progression. But the first trick here is on EQing yak, which is mixing these a very, very high up with frequency spectrum. And okay, you definitely can hear Nexus here. So I'll play it here. Now you can hear Nexus here, and it's a bit lower on the frequency spectrum, so that's why they blend well together easily. So Nexus actually added some delay on it, as you can hear, ping pong delay from your left to your right, and it slowly comes in while this one is already playing. Yep, that's my first one. So I'm just going to play it here together with a chord progression this time. You can hear that melody sounds a lot more brighter and in a power when the Nexus is at its maximum volume, which is basically the whole point. Now off to the second one, which is a different melody but also plays at the same time with this one. Let's see, lean down. Yep. Yeah, so let's check it out. This is my second one. It's actually chords. which act as a melody and layered on top of this one. So these two work well together because a key is very important. You have to follow the key of the track and a progression of a track here, which this is a bass, almost of something like a bass piano or what. Now that with these two, now you can hear the synth. You can hear the synth coming through because this is the volume of the synth, which is automated also. So what usually works here, the trick is to know a key yako and to know which key you are working on. Once you know your key, then you can definitely use more keys of that chord of the key. I don't know if that makes sense, guys, but for example, let me use this up here. So let me play this part. So what I actually mean is that these keys is boom 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 should be on a chord of this bass. Since yes, no C, no A, no A sharp, no G sharp, G sharp, A sharp, C. So when you would map up a chords of these keys, remember this chord would be something like that, a minor chord. So also this, let me do that. Now these keys are part of the chord, which means they'll work also with this key progression. So that's the trick that I used here. I just put E keys which are part of as a chords on different plugins, of course, iPad, for example. You see, now there's that emotional feel because of a lot of keys playing different roles. When you add different plugins, make sure that each type of plugin is doing its same thing. That's what helps a lot, because you can't have the same type of plugins actually doing different plugins doing the same thing. That would work, of course, but it's like a beginner type of thing. It's like layering. If you'd have all your stuff doing one thing, that's all being layered. So this is the bass. Now bass just follows a progression. I think I could have played around with the keys here, but maybe I was lazy. Now lap. Okay, let me try something that I would have done. Try this one here. Maybe and push this one up. Just for some variation, because this is like too long for Bagdad one. I don't know, something like that. But that one doesn't work. So let's go back. Okay. Hopefully I didn't mess up that. So what else I will cover is, okay, I think I'm done with the type of sounds. And then I have is build up nyan. You notice how I keep on like dropping this layered melody here and keeping la piano yodwa, because la piano is just like the softer part of a track. So this point I want into ibela soft touch. It's like the caring part, the feminine part of a family. The track. It's that piano. So that piano being supported by a masculine part, which is Nexus, is very, very powerful than before. So that's why this part benfuna when's the tension, then the drop a soft, the asba. This is where I'm going to. Remember, when I get to this part whereby I introduce the progression inch, this is also getting towards its maximum. So I just want everything there. That's why you see there's more drums and ishakazam and stuff and wara ne effects nyana da. And what also helps the mission is this vocal, because I'm sure you can see it's a bit chopped up there. The reason why I did that was to make sure that the part like that, this part, it gets a bit angrier, if I could put it that way, is the part where everything changes. Let's check it out again. Okay, I'm sure I can't do it with keys up. I forgot to remove as a chords.
The way of human progress, the hate of men will pass and dictators die.
Actually, I'm scared to play le because of the copyright issues, so I won't be playing it.
With machine minds and machine hearts, you are not machines.
Like you can hear a difference at this point. The voice is very high. He is shouting, but upper. Okay, let me play this part.
Greed has poisoned men's souls, has barricaded the world with hate.
But this part.
The 17th chapter of St. Luke is written, the kingdom of God is within man, not one man, nor a group of men.
So the whole track should also follow his type of emotion. That's how I would have portrayed everything. But yeah, that's basically it. So let me play this part with these melodies which I was referring to. Start here. Okay, I'm gonna call up. Okay, I'll leave it there for now before I play the whole track. But yeah, if there's anything you want to know with regards to this particular project, just let me know comment section. I'll be glad to answer you or review it once again. But the main purpose of Lenny video was to try explain these melodies and stuff. But yeah, also got caught up because I love the track too much. One thing I think I should do once again is to explain how I worked on this vocal, because I think I did a pretty good job here. Vocal chain, maybe I'll explain the vocal chain some other time, because the clip I just took it from a video and messed it up. But for now, let me bounce